Hello, my student. My name is Mr. Victor Tadei Clements. I'm geography teacher. Our lesson today is geography in Form 1. Our topic is major features of the Earth's surfaces. My students, this is our continuous of our lessons. Our lessons begin with the major features such as the continent and other features such as the mountain. So today, in our subtopic, we can discuss about the water bodies. My student, at the end of our lesson, we can cover in the following area. First is define water bodies. Water bodies. Second one, we can identify the others water bodies, and thirdly, we can look, my students, the features of the water bodies on the Earth surfaces. Here we can say that the feature of the water bodies, we mean that is the feature of the ocean water. So my student, let us begin with what is water bodies. Water bodies is a water accumulate on the Earth surfaces, on the Earth surfaces. As my student in environment you live, we move in at the beach, or we can say sometimes we can see a river, and sometimes we can see a lake. So when we say the water accumulation on the Earth surfaces, this water, sometimes the source is a rainfall, or sometimes is a spring, and others can be filled by water fall and snow melting. My student, I think, is familiar with when we say the rain. If the rain is coming, can fill the water. The water can pass in a river and then can be accumulated. When we say accumulated, that we can say is the water bodies. And also spring, the water that come from the underground, also this can fill the river and sometimes can fill the lakes. And lastly, we can say is a waterfall. This is a water beginning from the mountainous area. And the melting of snow, this we can say, when is the ice accumulate on the sky or on the mountain, when is melty, that water can be poured on the, can be accumulated on the earth surfaces. So that you can say this can be some source of water which can be accumulated or can fill the water bodies. So our water bodies is a water that is accumulated. Any water which is accumulated on the land that you can say are water bodies. Example of water bodies. My student. One. Okay, we can say one is ocean. A second one is the lakes. Third one is a river. And fourthly is a pond and canals. Ponds and canals. This is a major water bodies on the Earth's surfaces. You can say is ocean, lakes, river, ponds, and canals. That is can be filled of water. This you can say is a major water bodies. So when we say ocean, what is the ocean, my students? Ocean is a large water bodies which have water, accumulated or having salinity. Having a salinity, we can say, is a large water bodies which have water, and that water having a salinity. When we say salinity, the water which have a salt. So that we can say is a water, is the ocean. And how many oceans in the world? How many oceans in the world? My students, there are four major oceans in the world. Number one, A is a Pacific Ocean. B is Indian Ocean. Thirdly, or C is Atlantic Ocean, and D is Arctic Ocean. So this is a major ocean in the world. As my student, I can show here, there is a major four ocean. This one, this location is a Pacific, this is the Atlantic Ocean, and this across, and this is a Pacific Ocean, and this one, the above is Arctic Ocean, and here is Indian Ocean. So this map, which shows the distribution, I show this as a white one in order to be clear. But the ocean color is this, blue ones. We can say this is Indian, Atlantic, Pacific, and this Pacific also, and this is Atlantic. This is a major ocean in the world which is surrounded the 7 continents. So, a second terms here we can say is a lakes. Is a lakes. What is a lakes? Lakes is a water bodies which small than ocean or seas. Is a water bodies which are small than ocean or sea. So when we can say is a water bodies which is a small than ocean or seas, we can say the ocean is large, but the small one which is not big like the ocean, we can say that is a lake. Example of a lake, number one is Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria. This is available in Tanzania. Another one is Lake Tanganyika. Also this is available in Tanzania. Third one is Lake Nyasa. My student, this sometimes is called Lake Malawi. Also this is available in Tanzania. Another lake is Lake Turkana. Turkana. Or sometimes we call it Rudolph. Rudolph. This is available in Kenya. And the last one we can say is Lake Kyoga. Kyoga is available in Uganda. So this is some example of lakes which can be available in East Africa. When you can say East Africa, we accumulate there is a 5 country, now it's a 6 country, but this is a major lakes which are available in East Africa. But there is many lakes available in the world. This is a second term we discuss, we say is a lake. Number 3 is a river. What is a river, my students? A river is moving water from the source to the mouth. To the mouth. What we mean we say from the source to the mouth? It means that when we have a river, that is a moving water. So my student here should be careful. Any moving water is a river. Even though at your home the water is moving when is the rain coming, so that we can say is a river. But it should have a source here. Beginning the source and the end at the mouth where the water can be poured. So where water is poured, always the water can be poured at the sea, or sometimes can poured at the ocean. So here we can say this is a mouth and this is a source of a river. That is the beginning point of a river. And this beginning always sometimes can be the source is rain, can be the source is spring, or sometimes can be the source of snow melting. So we can say this is one among the terms which can be explained about the river. And also, number 4, here we can discuss about the ponds and the canals. Pond, sometimes we call is man-made lakes. Some people can dig holes. Take example at here we live. When we pass the area at when we say the area where it's accumulated water in the area, so the people can be dig a hole and then the water can be accumulated. Example in Mwanakwerekwe there is a pond. So sometimes we call that is a lakes. So pond is man-made lakes in the area, and also canals. Canals also there is a water moving, but this water moving should be prepared the stream, prepared the stream. This stream sometimes can be have a purpose for irrigation, or sometimes can be have a purpose for transportation. So this we can say is a canal. So this is 4 terms which can be explaining the about the water bodies. We can say this is an example of water bodies. So my student, the big term we explain about it is this ocean. I think we know ocean. When we move at the ocean, first we can stand at the beach. This is a place where beach, where we stand people, and then we can look at the water on the ocean. So all the area on the ocean is covered by water. So when we can say this portion is covered by water, all this is covered by water, this we call is ocean surfaces. Ocean surface, or ocean surfaces, we can say the water that covered in the ocean. But when we move down, first we can touch the water. Example, that water cannot feel all you are human, but you can feel on the legs and then come until the people can be disappear at all. So what is a place we are beginning? This we can say is here point where the water is beginning is shallow. Here we call it a continental shelf. We call it a continental shelf. So when we move down, maybe there is 100 meters here. This you can get, this place is called a continental slope. It means that now we enter on the ocean. So here, what I want to say here, I want to show the major feature, or I want to show the topology. When we say topology, we mean the physical appearance of the ocean. We mean that the ocean is not only water that can be a surface, but there is what inside the ocean. So we need to know this. I explain here. I want to give you what the ocean have at the bottom. So a second one here, if we go deep on the ocean, if we go deep in the ocean, there is a hole, or we can say there is a depression. We can say there is the ocean can go deep. So this portion we call oceanic deep, or we call it is a trench. So example, take example that Nungwi is a very deep ocean. So that area we call is oceanic deep. But sometimes there is a rising part in the ocean. This is sometimes there is available, is a rocky or sometimes volcanic, can be erupting, magma can form a mountain. But this mountain cannot be reached on the earth's surfaces. This can rise on the only available inside the ocean. This we call is oceanic ridge. We call it is oceanic ridge. But sometimes this portion of mountain can be rise until to the surface. Can be a rise on the above the water ocean surfaces. So this we call oceanic islands. Oceanic islands. As Zanzibar, we live in islands. So these islands is a part of land which is rising up above the water surfaces. So also, if this, sometimes we can look in the ocean, there is a flat land. There is a flat land. So this is flat land, no deepness, no rising up can be, is a flat. So this we call is oceanic plain. Oceanic plain. So later, this ocean can be rise up and then can cover on the other side of the continent. So we can say, if we see the ocean, what is the have inside the ocean? The ocean can have a continental shelf near the beach. We have continental slope where it's moving maybe the 100 meters, and we have oceanic deep. That is the deepness of the ocean. We have oceanic deeps or trench. And then we have rising part we call oceanic ridge or oceanic mountain. And also we have the part which is rising on the ocean surfaces. This we can have the ocean highland, oceanic islands. And also we have a flatland. We can say we have the oceanic plain. And this part now we can say they rise above. This we can say we can call is continental rise. You can say now the patch of land can be rise on the other side of the area. So this is the physical appearance, or we can call it topologies, or sometimes we can call it is a major feature of the Earth's surfaces. So my students, let's leave some question here. in order to make a practice at your home, I will give two questions. Number one, draw the world map and show the major ocean. And number two, our question, define the following terms. Define the following terms. Define the following terms. Number one, continental shelf. Number two, oceanic islands. Number three, oceanic ridge. And the number four is oceanic trench. So my student, let us end up of our lesson today. We can continue in next period other parts of the major feature of the Earth's surface. Thank you for listening, my student, and your participation.